What's up, squad? Oh my God, it is late. I didn't realize it was after 11 o'clock. Ooh, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Where night is day and day is night. Isn't that right, baby? All right. Man. What's up, squad? What's up, squad? They trickling in slowly, honey. They trickling in slowly. What's up, squad? You working? Child, I literally just walked in. You said you muted him for years. Like, if you haven't read it by now, I did a post about it yesterday or the day before about R. Kelly and about the Mute R. Kelly movement. And so I was just wondering how many people are really going to mute R. Kelly. Michelle with the glow up. Oh, I guess. Thank you. Stop licking me. South Carolina in the house. You up, but you sleepy, honey. I am sleepy too. But I keep breaking promises, and I said I wasn't going to break another promise about coming live. So I'm here. I'm here with my crazy dog who just came from outside looking like a ragamuffin. Looking like a ragamuffin. You said R. Kelly's time is up. Do you really? Okay. I guess you're right. There have been so many different accusations about R. Kelly over the years. But what makes the accusations against R. Kelly any bigger than the accusations against any of these other men? And so why now? Why y'all digging up dirt on R. Kelly from 20 years ago when Harvey Weinstein is probably in the south of France right now drinking wine? You know, he may not be working at the studio anymore, but I bet you he's still getting a check. R. Kelly been on mute. Well, when you look at these concerts, I mean, it's not for lack of ticket sales. People are still buying tickets. People still playing backyard party at the wedding and at the barbecue. People still, I mean, you're not going to ever stop listening to I Can Believe I Can Fly. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what exactly is muting him? What is muting him? And I hate to say it this way because I'm a woman as well, clearly, but it's like all of these women have now band together to block R. Kelly. Ava DuVernay, Viola Davis, and I can think of some more, but I can't right now. It's on the site straight from the A. But it's like, okay, but I know there have been victims that have come out over the years, but none of his victims are on the Mute R. Kelly movement. Shouldn't at least one of his victims be leading the march or something? Like, why is it that it's all these people that really seemingly have nothing to do with R. Kelly or his career? That's all. That's what I'm confused about. Hey, Sexy Sky Dog. Thank you, Miss Moderator. Thank you. Feeling on your booty. You're not giving up feeling. What about you? Remind me of my Jeep. That's my song when I'm in my Jeep. I mean, are you just going to negate all of the songs that he's made over the years? Are you just going to like erase those from your memory? Is it easy to like mute 12 play? Exactly. Tab black. Is it easy? How are you going to do that? And while y'all are at it, like this video. I'm up here squinting. Like this video. I'm in the light and I'm drinking wine and it's late. Y'all got the tipsy Michelle tonight. Where's Zills at? Zills loves the tipsy Michelle. But anyway, like this video, subscribe to my channel. And bump and grind, 12 play. What was the I even like the album he did with Jay-Z. You're going to mute the new R. Kelly, but not the old R. Kelly. It was easy for you to give up R. Kelly, but me to give up R. Kelly, but because he has written and produced for so many others, you got to mute those singles too. Exactly, Jerome. Like, how you going to do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Joshua in the house. Oh my gosh. You know, I banned Joshua from my house. We're not friends no more. Zill's in the house. Oh shoot. Let me go take Josh's they calling you Justin Joshua. It's really Joshua. I'm gonna go take his wrench away. Hold on. Hello. Hello.
It's illegal.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you speak up, please?
It's illegal.
What's illegal? I'll go. You know what? I feel like my number's on the internet. You know that was Zills from yesterday. He's still on that subject, and I still haven't gotten my my $20 from the Cash App for being right about it not being illegal. Anyway, who cares? Who really cares about good music and old school jams if this Joker is a sexual predator? I mean, Miss Queen. Who really cares? But if he hasn't been convicted of a crime, how are you gonna? I mean, I don't know. He hasn't been convicted. So is that gonna negate like all the music he's made over the years? Is that gonna negate all of the songs he's produced? People are still buying people are still buying tickets. He needs to be convicted, but he hasn't been. So I mean, what now? You're saying you should take his genius away from him. You're saying you should take all of that away from him as if that has anything to do with the crime at hand. Your son was created during 12 play. The music means nothing. The music, you're right, it means nothing. So why are you focusing on the music? Why are you focusing on taking his livelihood and doing all that as opposed to getting him convicted of a crime? So I'm just trying to figure out. So basically, you want to punish him for an act that he hasn't been convicted of. Just, you know, for all you know, it's hearsay. I mean, we don't know. I mean, we do know about the Aaliyah situation and all of that, but alleged crime, right, Mercy? And I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just saying in general, it's always some type of witch hunt on these black men who get a little bit of money in their pocket. All of a sudden we gunning to take him down. We're going to all band together and march and kumbaya and wave a flag to turn off R. Kelly when we're not doing it for like Harvey Weinstein or Woody Allen or any of those people. So why should we focus on them? Music and people supporting that is what gave him money and power to do what he has done. There are people without money and power who do worse things than R. Kelly. So I don't know that music and power is the one reason he has done it. Why that he could afford to pay a good attorney when most black men can't. Like I don't understand. Music and I mean the money didn't make him do it or put him in a better position to do it, because people get raped and young girls get molested all the time by men who don't have money. So that's a moot point. Or the president, preachers, creeps can be creeps without cash. Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are we focusing on his money? Just like Bill Cosby, why are we focusing on his money? Just like Mike Vick, why are we focusing on his money because he fought dogs? Just like, just like all of these, why are we focused on them? Tiger Woods, well, he don't count because he's what is he? Blasian. He don't count. Can Josh call in? Oh gosh, we're not friends no more, so he might be blocked right now. He had those proclivities before money. True. But I just think we're always fighting a battle that makes no sense. What's the end game? Okay, we mute R. Kelly and then what? He still gets to walk around. He still gets to, I don't know, get residuals off his old albums. Well, I mean, what are we gonna do once we mute him? Stop saying what, Miss Virgo? What'd I say? Uh-oh. Oh, you talking about Josh. Let me see if he's gonna answer.
Hello.
Yes, is this Joshua?
This is Joshua.
How
may I help you?
This is Michelle from straightfromtheA.com. I'm calling about a past due bill that you owe me.
Well, honey, you can cancel it. I ain't paying the shit. I'm not paying the shit.
You're not gonna pay the bill that you owe me?
A damn thing.
Is that how you do your friends?
Sue me, and watch out for your wash and dry. I'm taking that next.
Can you send me all your R. Kelly CDs?
You know what? I've never bought an R. Kelly CD ever. He's a nasty, low-down skunk. He needs to be right in there, right next to Bill Cosby. If they can send Bill to jail.
But you said the other day you didn't want Bill to go to jail.
Well, I'm just saying, if Bill's going to jail, there's no reason why R. Kelly should be let loose around here to piss.
Why? Because Bill has led a full life. R. Kelly is just in his prime. Molesting years.
He from Dubai all the way to California. He has had enough. He needs to leave these young girls alone. And I've never purchased his music, and I will not be purchasing his music, and I will not listen to it. I'm boycotting. I'm standing up for my sister.
Here's the thing. You weren't listening to it in the first place. So what is you boycotting gonna do? You ain't hurting his pockets because you ain't never spit shit.
I'm gonna tell all his kids and all the people at the daycare and all the people that drop off the kids and all the people that pick up the kids.
So what's the end game, Joshua? So once you do all that, then what?
If we're not playing his records and listening to his music, it's going to hurt his pockets because he won't get the residual income. And I think he will stop doing what he's doing. If not, it will at least slow his roll down.
How you feel slow his roll down? Now he have every opportunity to do it because he won't be doing anything else.
Well, maybe
but lurking at the damn schoolyard looking for your kids.
Maybe it'll be a lesson for the people that come behind him. If you continue to do this stuff, you will not be successful and celebrated. And I want them to go get all his Grammys from him. So you ever met his ex-wife?
Yes.
She is so small.
But I mean, to me, this is like socially punishing someone for a crime that they should be convicted of. And so if they're not convicted of a crime, why should we socially punish them? Like, I don't get it. That's just like, let's talk about you for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna use you just for an example, not for real.
Okay.
But okay, like say you were married or something and you cheated on your wife. So should all the women in the world boycott your business because you are a cheater? And
no,
you don't respect women?
Because I rarely get caught. And when I do get caught, I make them feel like it's their fault.
Okay. I don't get it.
No, all jokes aside.
You're saying it's wrong to harm children, stop the violence. You're right. It is wrong to harm children. But if you have harmed children, you should be in jail. That is a crime. So I'm just trying to figure out, how do you know that he's done it if it has never been proven in a court of law? I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions. I'm just asking.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think because R. Kelly's success depends on the public of the people. He has become a figure. He is a person who needs public approval to have a certain amount of success. I think he should pay for some of the things that he has done.
But okay,
on that platform. Now, if he was a private citizen, that's his private business. But because he is a public figure, it's not so much of a public because the public has put him on a pedestal to a certain degree.
I think it's because he's black. Yeah, it's a lot of white men in
Woody
positions.
Allen.
Right, Woody Allen. Hell, look, I'm just naming random people. George Clooney. Paul Walker, God rest his soul, like he was dating like a 17-year-old, and he was like at the peak of his career. So I'm like, why wouldn't y'all boycott Paul Walker as opposed to boycotting R. Kelly? Like, what? I'm just trying to figure out. Like, it just feels like, you know, it's black men with money and power always seem to get the brunt of you know, public scrutiny when, you know, even if, you know, they're not convicted, as opposed to all these other men, you know, somebody's named George Zimmerman, but the same thing. And I don't see everybody boycotting them and trying to stop their livelihood because of something that they were set free about or wasn't convicted about.
Well, it's definitely not fair.
Hugh Hefner.
When it comes to black men being
They said the man from Seventh Heaven. So I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know, somebody saying leave R. Kelly alone, but I'm just like, you think about it. It's just always, you know, I keep bringing up the same men: R. Kelly, Mike Vick, Bill Cosby, now Russell Simmons. Who else? Like, it's just. Somebody said black or white, send them to jail. Okay, send them to jail. But I'm saying, what is the point of boycotting? You don't see no white people trying to boycott Woody Allen. Like, what is the point of us boycotting R. Kelly? Like, what? I don't understand. What would happen? I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely not fair on how they treat black men and white men when they both do crimes, which history has shown us and still right now. It's just that, you know, I guess the majority of R. Kelly's fans are African Americans. And I guess that just because they're not holding everybody else feet to the fire doesn't mean we shouldn't hold R. Kelly's feet to the fire. That's
true. Somebody said shame on me. Shame on me for what? I'm just asking the question. Michelle, would you feel the same way if it were your daughter he urinated on?
My daughter like a cup of tea. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I peed on someone before.
I just don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with me or my daughter, because I'm just saying, like, he wasn't found guilty of a crime where he started. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, we saw it on camera, but we also saw, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to hear. I don't know. If she was 14 or 15, he should be in jail. He should be in jail. But is that our fault, or should that, you know, we be boycotting the courthouse? Maybe we should boycott the district attorney who didn't do a good job in court. Maybe we should boycott them. I don't know.
I think
maybe I'm just tipsy.
I think it's all fair game. I think it's, you know, until proven guilty, yeah, we saw video by these. No one's saying that he raped them. Are they saying that they raped that he?
And he married a 15-year-old. They're saying, you know, he married Aaliyah.
Well, I mean, for Aaliyah, I mean, listen, some of our grandparents, some of my great-grandparents got married at 14, 13, 14, and 15. And so, I mean, you have to look at it as though, I mean, were they consenting? Were she agreeing to marry him? Now she was forced to marry him.
They said she didn't want the public embarrassment at a young age, and he paid her.
I don't know the story behind the Leo stuff. Do you?
Her parents were aware.
Do you know the story behind it?
Yeah, they eloped. I mean, she was like, he was mentoring her, and yeah, they eloped and they got married, and then, you know, they came back. And you never saw the Aaliyah story? I gotta watch it again.
Well, you know, my thing is, you know, I think it takes a special type of person to be able to look at a younger person and just be some type of aroused. I mean, it's just nasty to me. Hey,
babe said, ask were you in jail. How can I call Josh in jail?
That sounds so dumb.
I told you me and Josh fell out. I'm not talking to him anymore until he give me my money.
I am, honey.
You know, me and friends and money do not mix. I will banish a friend over money.
Yeah, you gonna have to sue me, honey. You can come across the street and get a drink.
You know, a mistake. I take everybody's money, honey. But yeah, I'm just kind of torn about the R. Kelly situation. That's all. Yeah, I mean, if I believe all the stories that are written about him, if I believe everything that I read, yeah, he's a molester, he's this, he's that, you know, everything they say he did that shit. But as a member of the public who writes, I you know, I try to stop myself from saying media, but as a member of the media, I kind of know that sometimes stories are just that, stories. Sometimes there are, you know, ulterior motives behind certain things. Like, I'm just trying to figure out why R. Kelly now as opposed to 5 years ago. Like, I don't know. It's you said the girls aren't pressing charges. So why should we stand for the girls if the girls aren't standing for themselves? I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is, like I said, what is the end game? Then
the girls are all right.
We all mute R. Kelly, but R. Kelly then you know, the girls have been bought or took the money and ran, just like, you know, Bill Cosby's accusers. So what do we do from there? JB said, I love his music, but he's a molester, pedophile, criminal. Well, there's a whole lot of those walking around. I think boycotting until prosecuted. Well, I mean, but why are we boycotting him, Jerome? Why not boycott the DA's office? Because boycotting him ain't going to make the prosecutor prosecute faster. It would be nice if you could get a sit down with him now that everybody else is turning. Look. Yeah, that would be nice. But I mean, I don't know the answers. I just kind of think outside the box a lot of times, and I see stuff and I'm like, but why? The story is.
Here's my question.
They said I'm sounding dumb. Okay. Cooper.
Here's my question. I know it's a lot of tension on the Me Too movement and everything right now and so forth, but when they are scanning people's history and going through who should be prosecuted right now and who shouldn't be prosecuted, as we said before, where are all these prominent historical Caucasian men being boycotted? Nobody's boycotting Woody Allen's movies in the movie theaters. Everybody's still holding him as a sacred person who produces and directs sacred films.
Are we going to boycott all of Harvey Weinstein's projects and all the actresses that he put on? We're going to boycott everything that he touched too?
Right. But I mean, even with Harvey Weinstein, Oprah Winfrey worked with him.
Yeah. So we're going to boycott Oprah too? And like Valencia just said, Oprah is behind it. The Time's Up, Me Too, all of that. Are we going to boycott everything that has to do with this one person who, you know, you're accusing of committing this crime? Texas T, the topic is, how many of y'all are really willing to mute R. Kelly? Maybe the girls are beat up mentally, and maybe they aren't. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't just try and convict the man on maybes and assumptions and stories, and you know, I don't know the answer to that. I agree with you, Michelle. Why aren't they coming for the rest of these men? Said I ain't muting shit. Although I'm not a fan of R. Kelly, it is weird that this is coming out again. I just find it odd how all their white celebrities are getting away with shit. Trump, Bill O'Reilly, guy from Seventh Heaven, Harvey, and etc. I agree, Whitney. I totally agree. So, I mean, when you sit back and just think about it, like, what is this message they're sending to us? That we can't get to a certain level of notoriety or esteem before, you know, it's snatched from us some kind of way. We, as in people of color, I don't know. I think about weird stuff like this all the time. Do you think the girls will talk later? I don't know. Do we know that there's really a story that the girls can tell? Like, all of this is just assumptions and stories based on somebody who told somebody who told somebody. Like, if we haven't heard from the person who was the victim, how will we know what's really going on? Cooper, if I'm sounding dumb, I'll just be dumb. I guess I'm just dumb today. It's not weird, it's the truth. Thank you, Miss Virgo. He's a narcissist. That could be true. That could be true. But there's a lot of narcissists walking around. They're there because they want to be there. Katrina, I don't know. I mean, But I mean, now, from what I understand, he's dating girls over 18. Yeah, over 18. So if they're above the age of consent, how is it a crime? Sure, he might be 20, 30 years older, about 30 years older than him, but who's to blame? Hell, when I was 18, my mama couldn't tell me who to date and who not to date. But I wouldn't date a 40, 50.
Well, what about, they always say that women are more mature than men are. So maybe an 18-year-old woman really has the mindset of a 21-year-old male. So is that really underage? I mean, I don't know.
But lots of men date younger women. Someone just brought up Hugh Hefner, and he loved barely legal blondes. So, it's lots of men date younger women. So if you're over the age of consent, which I think is 16 in Georgia. So what if he was dating a 17-year-old? You see what I mean? Like, it's not illegal. It's not a crime. And here we are with this illegal stuff again. It's a crime morally, but there's no court of morality that can put you in jail. So I guess that's where the whole boycotting thing comes from. We want to try and convict them and punish him in our own way by boycotting his music or, canceling his concerts or getting him muted on the radio. But again, how is that going to stop the crime?
Somebody said, Josh, you've been on longer than 2 minutes, free to lie.
I know, right? Should I take calls? I didn't know if I was going to take calls because I'm like, I just got home. I still got on my shoes, child. Back in middle school, your BFF dated guys in their 20s and she was like 14. Child, I got stories too, child. Like this video, subscribe. Like this video, subscribe. Like. Let's get some likes going. I put the link in the description box, which is the link to the story about it. And if you haven't read it by now, for the people who are just joining us, Women of Color, which is a subgroup of the Time's Up movement, penned a letter about a week ago calling for action against R. Kelly for his alleged history of sexual abuse. In the letter, the women demanded that the music industry cut ties with R. Kelly and also called for an investigation into all sexual misconduct involving the singer. R. Kelly responded and called it a public lynching. So basically, they're demanding an investigation, but in demanding, thank you so much, Telero, in demanding that investigation, they are also asking that we call on those who profit from his music to cut ties. So they're hitting at the top. They probably don't even care about y'all who buy music. They talking about the people who distribute it, who produce it, who, all of that. Again, we call for those who profit from his music, meaning the record label, the people who are paying for his tours, all of those people. They want them all to pull out, which is streaming giants Apple Music, Spotify, Ticketmaster, as well as the R&B singers label RCA. Mute R. Kelly is calling for them all to cut ties with him once and for all. Other celebs, including Questlove, Lena Waithe, Lupita Nyong'o, Kerry Washington, Gabrielle Union, Viola Davis, and more, Ava DuVernay, joined the movement as well and are making an impact. They have all hit the Instagram and posted, little things talking about to all our fellow women of color. They're asking to, boycott, mute R. Kelly. And I'm just like, okay, then what?
I have a question.
Yes.
So is this Me Too movement, because it is important by all means, but is it taking place and taking attention away from the Black Lives Matter movement?
I don't know that one is taking, I don't know.
Because it's definitely quieted down. And we definitely see things every day that's still happening to the African-American community in its whole, as in discrimination. And we're not getting as much attention as we were getting with the Me Too movement, because I feel like it includes all women of all colors. it's getting a lot more attention and more people are speaking up and stepping forward about it than just one color. I feel like once again, we're being put on the back burner and our movement is being put on the back burner.
By the women of color who are boycotting R. Kelly as opposed to boycotting Donald Trump or Ferguson police officers or, that type of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sexy Sky Doll says it's a distraction.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm not saying it's not important, but I'm saying, both of them need someone to fight for them, but I just feel like the Black Lives Movement is really not getting any more attention. And once again, as African Americans, just like it did with the Civil Rights Movement, after a while it kind of dies down and no one wants to pay attention. And then we start being enslaved again in just different formats. Somebody just mentioned Scott Disick dating Sophia Richie. She's legal, but she's young too. Oh yeah, she is very young.
He's in his 30s, isn't he? And Zill's talking about Black Lives Matter don't give a fuck about black men. Y'all gonna take this to the left. Y'all gonna take it to the left. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what would it solve if we boycotted R. Kelly. Is Step in the Name of Love gonna be erased from all the family barbecues? Like, what's gonna happen?
Well, they took the Cosby Show down. R. Kelly's going to be taken down.
Did they take A Different World down too?
I think so.
Did they really? Oh, they were all together. I did a post about that today. Different World. You sick of hearing about Bill Cosby? I'm asking y'all a question. Are y'all gonna mute R. Kelly or not? Are you willing to throw away? You remind me of my Jeep. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Step in the Name of Love. Are we willing to give up those historical remnants of R&B past? What? I don't know, but to get him locked up, are we willing to give it up? The songs that he's already created? Or do we just want to stop him from making any more great music? What's the end game? Phone number. Okay, Josh, hang up.
All right.
Phone number 718-362-6360. PIN number 856608. Oops. Come in. I'm putting it in the box right now. 718-362-6360. And the PIN number 856608.
Please enter your PIN number.
Fiesta. You met many of R. Kelly's.
Joining the conference now. You are currently the only person in this conference.
You gotta go to bed. I understand, Sky. I'm going to bed too. But I want to hear. I want to know. Black Lives Matter got their own agenda. Oh, God. We're going to go to Black Lives Matter. We're talking about feeling on your booty. We're talking about what was R. Kelly and Jay-Z's album? You remind me of my Jeep. Yep, Honey Love. Give me that honey love. Dang. Y'all don't really care about R. Kelly, do you? Or is it late? He needs professional help. Beware who I ban. Caller 1260, you're on the line.
Hello?
Hey.
You hear me?
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
I don't have anything against Kelly. I mean,
He is what he is. But he worried about what's going on with the presidency.
I mean, we're all worried about it, but I'm just asking this question simply because it's an issue, and I'm just trying to figure out what's the end game.
Oh, R. Kelly?
Yeah, why are the women of color, this movement, Ava DuVernay, Oprah, Viola Davis, why are they calling for R. Kelly to be muted?
I don't understand. Like I said, there's many of them before him. Kidding me?
Well, I agree. I totally agree. Half on a baby. What I'm asking, I guess, is what's the end game? What's the point in boycotting him if he hasn't been tried, he hasn't been convicted? It seems like we want to socially punish him, take away his income and his money for things that we don't know for sure that he actually did.
Well, no disrespect to us, but black people are happy slaves. We sit around here every day worried about other things that don't even mean nothing. Let's be honest. R. Kelly ain't did nothing that other people haven't done. I don't even know. They're accusing him this man of stuff. And there's so many other people that's done worse than him. I'm not saying I'm giving him a pass.
Right.
But unfortunately, we got so many other things going on right now that really are more important than what the hell we talk about now. They don't even want to talk about the presidency. None of African Americans did not even vote. Are they kidding me?
You're right. You're right.
A lot of stuff going on right now that they haven't even done. But yet they worried about minute stuff like this. Really? Scary.
It is. It is. Well, it's something to think about. It's actually something to think about. Like, what's the purpose? What's the point? Is it a deflection? What is it? But thank you for calling.
Like I said, I mean, thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. And where were you calling from?
New York.
Okay. Well, thank you, and thank you for listening.
I didn't mean to block my number. I just wasn't sure if I was going to get through.
Oh, no, it's no problem. But thank you. We'll talk soon.
And listen,
oh,
good.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I wanted to say something about you and Kaya. I got good chemistry.
Oh, thank you.
Listen to other people. Keep it moving. Y'all two work well together.
Thank you.
Do what you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome, babe.
All right. Good night. Caller 7892.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I was just calling. I just wanted to say, I noticed today that they had all the other black ladies coming out supporting this new R. Kelly thing. What were all these ladies when Monique was speaking out?
That's a good point. That's a good point. And I said
you
about...
see how we come together? We come together to put each other down like that? Mm-hmm. Before he even goes to court. White people we're not on, white people are on code. We're not on code.
That's clearly what it is. That's clearly what it is. Because it just feels like a target. And you're right. A lot of black men are under attack. I think that's D on Deck said that. And, I keep bringing up several, that I could think of. But it's like, why now and why this particular person? Not to say that he's a good person and that he didn't do it. But since, let the courts handle it. Why not boycott them?
That's right.
So
that's right. And we all once they put it out there that we done something, we so quick to throw each other under the bus, and we're not giving him a chance a day in court. Because of course, if he done that, none of us are going to back that.
Right. And that's what I was saying. As a member, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah,
but then still you got. What's her name on Scandal? She's coming out speaking on this. Look what Monique. Well, look what they done to Monique. Nobody came out and backed Monique when she was asking for more money or anything like that. Not saying that she deserved what the other guys was getting, but she just asked for more. Nobody came out and spoke on her behalf.
You're right.
It's like Monique didn't. Like her, like she said, like she was just irrelevant. We wouldn't dare say that to Richard Pryor.
You're right. What is going on? You're absolutely right. And you think the common denominator even with this is Oprah, because Oprah is behind the women of color. She's one of the women of color, which is a subsidiary of the Me Too movement. So I mean, and, yeah, and she wasn't, she's not really a fan of Monique. We already know they had their issues, so I can see why. And it's all, all of these people who are in positions of power deciding who and what to talk about and when.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I said, once Monique came out, not to just stick on Monique, but once she came out and explained that situation about how it went down on that show, see, that showed another side of Oprah. See, that's something we don't hear because you usually don't, I haven't heard, not saying anybody else, but that's another side of her that you don't kind of hear about.
Yeah. You're
right. And I thought people don't want to come out and speak against Oprah. But that wasn't cool how she done on it. If it went down like that, that wasn't cool.
And I even said it around that time when all the Monique situation was going on. It's like the message is real. We just hate the messenger. It's like a lot of people weren't feeling Monique's delivery, and that was the issue. But I feel like Monique's message was real and spoke to a resonated, with a lot of women. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Caller 8776. Caller 8776. You are on the line.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? How are you?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Newark, New Jersey in the house.
Hey, Newark.
Okay, the reason I'm calling is because this R. Kelly thing, this is not a black and white thing. Okay?
Okay.
In our community, it's not. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, I'm listening. It's not a black and white thing. And why do you say that?
No. Because in our community, us folks, we love our sons and raise our daughters. Now, when that tape came out a couple of years ago of him peeing on that little girl, and we all saw it, we black women made excuses for him. Oh, that girl must be loose. Oh, her mother knew this and that. And so, no, the Lord wasn't going to step in. If we wasn't complaining, why should they step in? You understand what I'm saying? We got to call it as it is.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
this thing with Bill Cosby.
Uh-huh.
I thought you was going to say something.
Well, I was just saying, why did we wait so long then? Why now, as opposed to 15 years ago when that video came out and he went on trial, and you were saying we don't hold our daughters, or as women, we don't hold them responsible, or we don't hold the men responsible. We were making excuses for them. Why did we wait so long?
Yeah, we were. Because the time now is the time. Now is the time. It's a pivotal point in history right now that we're making, that we're speaking up for women, and we as black women, okay, we have led cultures, okay, we shape how this world is going. Believe it or not, we shape how this world goes. And when somebody is doing something wrong, and we know, we speak up on it. We should speak up on it because it is our responsibility to protect our tribe. You understand what I'm saying? Our folks.
Yeah.
Okay, and this man did. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I was just asking what the end game is. So after we boycott, or as we boycott, what are we hoping to achieve from boycotting him?
So first of all, that right there is the wrong way to go. All right, boycotting R. Kelly is not going to change the narrative of the story. What's going to change is somebody needs to go in there into the legal book and look at what is going on, and some investigations need to be done. You understand what I'm saying? Because we forget, if it shows us a news cycle, that 2012 news cycle is real. We will forget. By next month, we'll be pumping R. Kelly in our cars.
And that was my point. Why don't we boycott the DA or the people who are responsible for trying and convicting these types of crimes? Why not boycott them? Boycotting R. Kelly to me seems like a moot point.
Michelle, how are you going to boycott a DA?
I mean,
we can hold him responsible.
Not boycott, but protest, or hold them.
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're correct. You're 100% right. Hold them responsible, because when that case first surfaced a couple of years ago, and we all seen it with our own eyes, he will not be in the position that he is today if we did not speak up. If we did not speak up, we called the little girl, and I heard it from my friends, and I used to get so mad. He had a concert up in here during that time on Thanksgiving Day in New York, and my girlfriend left their children at home to go see his concert, and I asked them, was you crazy? Didn't you see that tape, and you gonna leave your children at home to go see this concert on Thanksgiving? And you see what this man did, and everybody made excuses. Everybody made excuses, and we as women should be ashamed of ourselves. We should be utterly ashamed of ourselves, because we let him get away with that. We did it.
But does that take away from okay, we did. We allowed it. We overlooked it. We made excuses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we made excuses that we were protecting the black man from the white man. No, we were protecting women from a creep. That's what we were doing. We were protecting women. We were protecting girls. But when we let him slide on that, and we went after the girl, even Dave Chappelle in one of his comedy routines said it. Well, when do 15 be 15? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a 22-year-old. I have a 21-year-old. Be 21 in gym. Both of my boys are educated like Sam, because I didn't play no game. But I tell you what, I wouldn't trust them with a puppy for a week, because they still, naive. That's what it is when you have kids, and you would think like back then when we was 18. I thought I was grown, girl. Back then, what dipping and dabbing. But I know now that I was stupid, right. And I should have had better. I should have had better guidance. But like I say, we were raised to work. We was raised to start businesses. We was raised to pay mortgages. We was raised to pay the rent. We was raised to make sure we had food on the table.
You're right.
Well,
thank you so much for calling. They're getting antsy in the chat, but I appreciate your point of view, and I totally understand what you're saying. I do. That the time is now to hold everyone, or men, not just black men, just men in general, accountable to the things that they have been doing to women.
And you know who else they need to put in jail and take shows off TV?
Who?
They need to take Charlie Sheen shows off TV, and he needs to be in jail for assault and battery. And it's said in the news that he allegedly sprayed all of these germs. Now I'm waiting for them to come out for him. Now these liberal women, don't be hypocritical. Come out and get him. I don't care how many millions he paid these folks.
And that was the point I was making earlier. That was the point I was making earlier. There were so many other men, and that's when it became a color issue. But we're not gonna go back there. Yeah. But thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Caller 2901.
Hi, Michelle. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you? Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from Alabama.
Yes.
I am ATLien 7 in the chat.
What's your name again?
And ATLien 7.
ATLien. Okay.
Yeah, and okay. One thing I want to say. All right, we know the things that he's doing is gross. That R. Kelly is doing is gross. We know this. Mm-hmm. I want to take it from another angle. I just want people to think about this for a moment. I truly believe that there are people that are bigger than them, the ones that are the elites, the ones that are behind the scenes, that I truly believe are pushing a lot of these issues towards our, black men or black people per se, like Bill Cosby, how they went after him. Mm-hmm. Now, just like you said, why now with R. Kelly? I do believe that it is a distraction. Mm-hmm. I do believe that it is a smoke screen, because what happens is if you get us enraged, then we start biting one another while those of other races are continuously committing crimes, flying out of country to have
sex with little boys and little girls. It takes our mind off what's going on in politics, what Trump is doing. It takes our mind off of some real issues that need to be addressed.
Right.
So what I feel is they use us against us. We get so insinuated when we hear a lot of these accusations against these different people of our own, and then we gung-ho at them so hard. But then what about these other people in other races? What about all of these rich Caucasian people doing all these hideous things and worse? But we're not going against that.
What about the poor ones? I was just saying, what about the poor ones? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, money is no factor. They poor, white, whatever.
I believe, exactly. You do have some poor people that do the dirt stuff too, but it's just the thing of I'm just focusing on the people that have the money and that make things move. The people who control the media, the people who control the music and push stuff out there to us. I just think that we need to pause and start taking a look at these things and wonder, just as what you're asking, what is the end mean? Not just to this thing with R. Kelly, but take a look at everything that has happened. Why is it they are attacking men, or I would say black men, with money? Why are they attacking the ones that could possibly create opportunities for minorities to have a step up? What is really going on? What is the real agenda? Yeah. This is not the real agenda.
And that's why I said R.
Kelly is not the real agenda. The thing with Bill Cosby is not the real agenda. Because if so, a lot of these, like I mentioned in the chat, the producer of Law and Order, white man, he was caught with child pornography. You didn't really hear too much about that. He's not in jail. Like somebody mentioned in the chat, Seventh Heaven. Why didn't they pull that off the air? But they're going to pull out the episodes of the Cosby Show off of the air. There are other shows that need to be pulled. You want to know why they're pulling the Cosby Show? Because that is one show that portrayed a black family in a positive light, and that showed that black people can be something, can be somebody, and can rise above limitations and be educated and not ratchet and ghetto.
You're right.
But they're pushing forth all these ratchet ghetto people on social media, creating this facade like that's who we are. And that's not who we all are.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's why I ask people to just think outside the box and don't take it for face value, especially the things that you read about a person, especially the things that are in the media. Like the media can be manipulated, but we ain't going to go there.
Exactly.
But thank you so much for your point of view. I really appreciate it.
Oh, and I thank you, Michelle, for the opportunity. You be blessed.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Caller 9312. Hello.
Hey, Michelle. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Who am
Good.
I
This
speaking with?
is Jamel from Savannah.
Hey, Jamel. I recognize that
Jamel
voice.
From Savannah.
Hey.
Well, this is a story that has so many layers to it, but I think I wanted to address first the caller right before me. I feel like what she said is so problematic with the ratchets on TV and the Bill Cosby showing that there are different ways that black people can be. And I feel like that plays into respectability politics. I feel like as a minority group that has been marginalized, we try to come up with this facade of, we're perfect, we can be just like them. And it's not the case. Some people are just the way they are. So there are some facets of black people who are ratchet, or some facets of black people who are very polished. And I feel like we fight so hard to defend and try to unaffirm these stereotypes that we put on ourselves, and we kind of police ourselves with that as well. So I wanted to say that about what her comment was, because, there are different types of people. We're not all the same. Now,
there are different types of people. Can I interrupt you for 5 seconds or 10? there are different types of people, but the stereotypes aren't just put on us by ourselves. They're put on us by society. So absolutely. The reason why we praise the Cosby Show so much is because traditionally Blacks were shown in a negative light on TV, period. Like, but you know, Caucasians and others were shown negatively and positively. There were limited numbers of positive images of us. So, I mean, I can understand that as, you know.
Yes, and the Cosby Show is definitely pivotal, but I just find it like, you know, we always try to find a ways to be respectable. I mean, with those negative stereotypes, we tend to reinforce those stereotypes when we try to police ourselves. Like, you know, for me, growing up in the Deep South, I was like, okay, I don't want to make sure I'm too loud because I don't want to look like, you know, the stereotype of loud Black. I want to make sure I'm not using acts, and I make sure I want to pronounce my words correctly. You know, I just feel like we police ourselves with those stereotypes that have been put out in the media. And I love the Bill Cosby. I love the Cosby Show. I mean, it was an amazing show. And I believe that Cosby did all that? I don't think so, but you know, I don't want to go into that. But I know the main reason of me calling was about R. Kelly.
Right.
I do agree with what you're saying. I think that it's horrible that, you know, before this man is even tried in court, they're like already trying to mute him. And it's just really, it's really sad to me to see that being done. And it's just like, let him be tried in court. Let's get to the legalities of what they're alleging before we start to try to create a social thing of muting him and all his gigs are being canceled.
I mean, away his wealth and his career. And
exactly. Like, I don't know what you know, that has been rumored for years, but you cannot lie that R. Kelly is really magical with the music. Mm-hmm. He has so many years in the game. He has so many hits. He's written so many hits for people. I mean, R. Kelly, to me, I mean, I love R. Kelly music, but I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, obviously perception is reality when it comes to this.
So if you found out it were true, would you get rid of his music or would you not support him moving forward? You understand what I mean? Like, they want you to mute him.
I do, but the thing is, I mean, I like the music. I don't know him. We know the character of R. Kelly. We don't know him. We know the facade he gives the public. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I can say that I would boycott the music because the music is timeless. I mean, it's just his music is so good, and I love real R&B, and I feel like he is a real R&B person. So it would be hard for me to say I'm not going to listen to his music if it were true.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, it's like a catch-22 in that. I mean, it's horrible if it did happen, but I feel like he hasn't had a day in court, as you stated. We don't know anything. We just know what somebody said, I mean, it's been rumored for so long. That's how he was. But I mean, I just don't know. And I think it's horrible for them to kind of railroad him.
Right. And my thing is, the people he's being accused of being with now or holding in his cult are all like 18 or over, you know, so
they're all grown. They're all grown. Exactly.
And, you know, to her mom, she's not grown. She's just a year over 17, which is still teenage. You see what I'm saying? Oh, so God. I get it,
grown,
but
it's just, you know, it's really sad. I want to say this last thing with shit because I know you got a lot of calls. I know Josh said that, you know, the Me Too movement is kind of taking over the BLM movement, the Black Lives Matter. But I feel like even with the whole time, not the Time's Up, but with the little movement that happened because of the shooting in Florida, I don't know if I saw a lot of celebrities embrace that, a lot of Black celebrities.
About the Orlandos?
Embrace that. Yeah, and they embraced that whole, that shooting that happened in Florida. I forgot what the movement is called, but they embraced that. I saw Dwayne Wayne and his wife, Gabrielle Union, marching at it. I mean, so many Black celebrities stuck up for it, but they did not stand up for BLM. And I think that's another thing that plays into that respectability politics, because if they would have supported BLM, it would have been like, oh, they're too radical, and oh, they hate cops, oh, they hate white people. And it's just kind of sad how something that could really affect them and their sons and people that look like them, they can't support openly. They can do it silently, but they can support something that, you know, non-Black kids, mostly white kids, kind of created with the horrible tragedy that happened in Florida. So when Josh said, you know, the Me Too movement kind of took over that, it really did, you know, and it's just, I don't know. It's just so sad. I just feel like my whole purpose of this call and my whole point, I hope I made it, is that I feel like sometimes as Black people, we just kind of care too much what is being said.
Right.
And just trying to not live up to those negative stereotypes that have been put against us to keep us in a box. And we try so hard to be so perfect just so we can rise above that and try not to be, we can be tokenized and try not to be that stereotype. It's just hard, you know. It's just like sometimes just gotta, you know, not care. Like you said, R. Kelly and Bill Cosby had platforms to empower, to create, and to move consciousness to the community. But it's just sad for them to be taken down the way they are. And I feel like that also creates a division in our community with straight Black men and women, or gay men and straight Black men. It continues this divide that we have in our community that we're already kind of going through.
You're right. So, as always, I appreciate you, Janelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No. I appreciate it. I love the dialogue. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'm going to take like 2-3 more calls. Calling 188.
Am I on, Michelle?
Yes, you're on.
Am I on?
You're on.
I want to thank you so much. I've been waiting. This is the first time I've ever called.
Oh, cool.
But I love you. I love your commentary on the Real Housewives, and I love the support you're giving to Kaya and helping her. But I want to say, as a survivor, I have long since ignored or muted R. Kelly. I've been always speaking on, even before the BBC documentary, about his the things he has done to the children, because I have girls and I also have sons. No way in the world would I support a pedophile. No way in the world, especially after Aaliyah, because I was around when this situation happened with Aaliyah and they tried to deny it. I wish he had went to jail then. I feel that the parents are also responsible, because if you wanted a payday, that's fine. You want a payday, but why not go through the criminal courts and have him put away? You can still sue him civilly if you're thirsty, okay? But he needed to have been dealt with long time ago with the criminal aspect, not just everybody getting money and him paying people off, because there's no way in the world you would have been able to pay my child off and pay me off if you actually got to court.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So all these people speaking on his music and, you know, the things like Stephen Collins, he's also a pedophile. Roman Polanski raped a 12-year-old daughter, a girl, and they dwindled it down to lesser cases. I know about it because I have researched it and I have been on my Instagram speaking on it. You know, long before the Me Too movement, long before the, you know, and I appreciate them getting on board now, but it is frustrating that it has taken so long when ones have been trying to highlight R. Kelly's movement, because we've seen it since Aaliyah. So when you talk about you want to step in the name of love, what about the love of our children?
So what do you think?
What about the love of our
children?
children?
He's keep getting away if he has been doing the things.
The only in that case that they brought forth when they had to tape the little girls, and please watch that BBC documentary if you haven't. I think R. Kelly, Sex Girls, and something.
And they were saying how he groomed the sound saying that he traditionally groomed young girls. I don't know.
He not only groomed those young girls, because you think about a girl in middle school, R. Kelly's coming to your school and stuff, and most of them don't listen to the news, so they don't know him. But a lot of us think that it'll never happen to us. Teenagers always think they're invincible, and even little kids think they're invincible and it'll never happen to them. You know what I'm saying? But and we as women can be manipulated as well. So think about a child, okay? And people keep calling these girls fast. They keep talking about, oh, well, they're grown now. I am a survivor, and I still have the residue of the things that happened to me. Okay. That's why I took back my power, and I try to champion children. I try to champion women and boys and men, because you talk about NAMBLA, okay? That's National Association, Man-Boy Love Association. These are ones that want to just disregard the statute of limitation but the laws that prevent them from having sex without children, okay, they're trying to get rid of that. There are a lot of top people that are members of NAMBLA, and the parents need to get up on that. They need to educate themselves about the fact that there are judges a part of NAMBLA, there are prosecutors a part of NAMBLA, cops, all sorts of professional people that are part of NAMBLA that are not good. They're going to protect their own. But the reason why R. Kelly kept getting away with that is because he was paying the parents off.
Okay.
You cannot be in collusion with a pedophile and then be mad at a pedophile. And then you have, regardless of if people want to support his music, I will never buy R. Kelly nothing. I don't step in the name of love. I turn anything when his music comes on, I turn it to another channel because I think about my children. If these people calling in and the last caller talking about his music and he's so magical, okay, imagine if he's magical with your son or daughter. Imagine if he's magical with them. Then you would have a different situation. We don't value our own children in our own community, but we waiting for somebody else to value them. Like that young man that was a hero in a Waffle House situation. Let's not worry about if Trump is acknowledging him. Are we acknowledging him? Let's value people in our own community and teach our children to value themselves and their own. Let's just forget and quit worrying about, oh, the white man needs to do this and whatever, and the white man got away with this and that other. Worry about our own. So we're going to let R. Kelly go because Roman Polanski is over in France because they still playing Stephen Collins shows. Worry about our own children. If we don't value our own children, why are we worried about other people?
But you're talking about, okay. But I understand your point.
I'm sorry. I'm talking so much.
You're fine. I totally understand your point. R. Kelly needs to be held accountable. But everyone does. And I'm not saying he doesn't need to be. I'm not saying the backwards of what you're saying, that he doesn't need to be held accountable because these white men have not. I'm saying they all need to be held accountable. But why are we focused on R. Kelly when there are so many others that need to be the same, need to have the same punishment, if not more so? So I'm just saying, as a group, as a collective, the women of color coming after this one black man, to me, is sending a message that only these men can be held accountable. You understand where I'm coming from?
I felt the same way.
I'm just trying to see it in a different way. I'm not saying that it's wrong and he should be roaming the earth and still molesting children. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, why are we focused on this person instead of everyone? And in doing so,
but you have to think about it too. We have that slave mentality. A lot of us, I don't, because I spoke about Stephen Collins. I spoke about Roman Polanski. I have addressed these time and time again on my Instagram. I'm not a national person or whatever, but I have focused on this because I am championing our children's rights in the things that are happening to our children. So I speak about Roman Polanski. I speak about what's his name, the one who used to go with J-Lo, his brother, oh my goodness, the famous star. His brother also paid 2 women off because of sexual assault. But the parents, I blame them. I think they need to be held accountable. The DA and the police were trying to get R. Kelly, but do you know that those pictures that they found in Florida, all of those pictures that they found in Florida, they finagled and got rid of those pictures, those pornography pictures of little children, child pornography with R. Kelly. And the fact that Stephen Collins, I do not appreciate the fact that he was able to get away with it. What charges did he get? And he was admitted pedophile. What charges did Roman Polanski actually get when they actually got him? But look at Whoopi Goldberg talking about it wasn't rape. Do you understand? We have stars, people that are now championing the Me Too movement that were not there without the payday. After y'all got your payday, now y'all mad and y'all want to speak. Speak about, I'm speaking out and I don't get any money because I'm a real champion. I'm a trooper. I'm a survivor. So I don't need your money in order to speak out. I speak out now and I still speak out because of the fact that I'm sick and tired of our people not valuing our children, keep calling our daughters fast. When a child is sexualized, children do not automatically become sexual. They experiment, they're curious, but they don't become sexualized until an adult shows them, or another older child, or somebody shows them. So quit calling our girls fast, and quit putting everything on the girls. Put stuff on your sons. Because I have sons, and I put stuff on them just exactly like I put stuff on my daughter. I hold them to the same accountability. You're not going to be running around here being a, you know.
Right.
So we as mothers, I'm tired of them minimizing their sons. Oh, I'm glad I got a son because I ain't got to watch him. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You got to watch them just like you got to watch your daughters.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, I appreciate you.
It's the first time I got you, so I know I gotta get all the other times I've been wanting to talk to
I totally appreciate it. I agree with the bulk of what you said. I do, but again, like I said, I feel like it should be everyone and not just. But
I'm agreeing with you. Yes, I'm agreeing with you because I have on my Instagram. I have championed everybody. Yes. I have gone for the white, black, purple, green. I don't care if you're orange and you put some makeup on. I'm going after you. Right. Okay. Right. But it's like people don't care. But I don't appreciate the stars not caring about what is happening in our community until it's a movement. Everybody want to be out there. It's a movement. And then you're going to see them running for office. You're going to see them trying to, back up and I was feeling this way, but now is the time. No, it's been the time. You're just doing it for your own agenda. So we got to watch people's agenda. Right. Have you truly been championing it like you were talking about? I was talking about Kanye West with T.I. and all of them. I talked about them. I don't care who you are. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever color you are, I believe everybody should be held accountable. But those police did try to get R. Kelly. But I really wish that they had went after Stephen Collins and that they had found Roman Polanski way before he did. And I wish they hadn't allowed J-Lo's ex-boyfriend's brother. Oh my goodness! I know I'm gonna get his name after I get off the phone. But the white guy. The white guy is always a drunk. His brother, he paid 2 women off, and he received an Oscar while they got after Nate Parker, and Nate Parker was not found guilty, but you had black women going after him. Yes. Over this white woman. It's that slave mentality where we's masters, we sick. We want to help and defend white people, but we devalue our own. And that's what I'm saying. We need to go after everybody. And I totally agree with you because I have been trying and trying. My name is Sebe. I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I was just about to ask that. But I loved your call. Everybody loved your call. I appreciate you. You made some totally valid points.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to be one of them callers. Y'all be like, block her.
We're not going to block you. A salute to you.
But I love you, and I just look at you every day. And please don't let the haters, let them hate. You just keep on doing your swag.
I will. Thank you so much. And I appreciate
All right. Bye-bye.
Y'all so impatient. Patience. 5136, you're on the line. She did make a lot of sense. How are you?
Hey, Michelle. How you doing?
I'm good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Kendra. I'm calling from Dallas.
Hey, Kendra. So what do you...
I need a blonde out there caller because she was going all the way around the world and back again.
But she made a lot of sense.
I wanted to thank you for talking so much. I agree with you. My thing about R. Kelly is, people keep living in the past, and black folks can be so fickle because it's like, okay, everybody keeps talking about that so-called sex tape when he peed on the girl, but they act like they didn't go watch it. They didn't go buy it. I remember they were selling those bootlegs out in front of the store and everywhere. And people were going out buying it. They were watching it. If they were so appalled, why did they watch it and then tell their friends about it and everybody talked about it? I bet you not one person who complained called the police and said, oh, y'all need to look at this. This man is doing this and this and that. And for all these people who act like they know for a fact that the girl was 13, I'm trying to figure out who told them that because I'm just curious. The man went to trial. He was found not guilty. They need to let it go. If they use the passion that they have right now worried about R. Kelly instead of worried about the pedophiles and sex offenders that's registered in their own neighborhood, they will be doing something.
Right.
These women now are grown. What he did with Aaliyah, that's irrelevant. Aaliyah
you mean the 18-year-olds?
Aaliyah never said one thing about this. She could have, but she didn't. She never said anything bad about it. She didn't speak on it. She went on. So if she went on and moved on, I don't see why everybody else can.
You're right.
I just don't get it. You know, it's like, and that Me Too movement is just so fake to me. It's pitiful. And Oprah, I don't know what's there about her. I didn't know she was a part of that mess with Ava DuVernay. I thought it was just Ava DuVernay and some other folks. I didn't know she jumped on the bandwagon. I'm trying to figure out how Oprah not know about R. Kelly, and she was in Chicago for years. Her studio was in Chicago.
Well, they said the same thing about Oprah and Harvey. How she didn't know about Harvey, and they was allegedly.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein's supposed to be a friend of hers. How many projects have he backed for her? But now all of a sudden, because everybody else is dragging him, she gonna jump on it too. Sometimes I just can't wait.
Look, you ain't gonna talk bad about Oprah. You better not say nothing bad about Oprah. Stop right now. We're gonna stop. We're not saying nothing. We're not saying nothing bad about Oprah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like Oprah might be Jesus, so let me stop because I don't want that's how people act. But I'm not gonna talk all day. That's all I want to say. That these women now, they are women. Whether they 18, they still women. They old enough to vote, they women.
All righty. Thank
you. So, take it like what it is. Okay, thank you, Michelle.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
2 more calls. I'm done. Call at 10:30. Hello.
Hey, Michelle. It's Jay Dunn.
Hey, John. Jay Dunn.
I met you at Kaya's event, and you were great to me. I love you.
And I'll be watching your videos because you're starting to do something with your guy friend. I was trying to think of the name of the channel. Yeah, I know.
GQ.
Yes. How are you?
Okay. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So what do you think about this topic then?
Well, I want to say this, y'all. People on the internet, I haven't said my age on the internet, but I remember going on Napster. Y'all remember Napster?
Yes.
I went on Napster to download that video because I was like probably 15 or 16 when all this stuff was happening. So my mama didn't even know I was trying to look at it. But I wanted to know. Like, did he do this? I want to know. And I saw the little video. Somebody said I'm about 40. I'm looking at the comments, y'all. I don't care about the age and stuff like that. That makes you 37. No, I'm going to put my age out here on your platform. That makes me 31, guys. I'm 31.
And I'm
31, guys. I'll be 32 in September. But anyway, I looked at it and I saw it, like I saw him pee on the girl. And I was convinced that was him. And he went to trial and everything. And, I was like, okay, he didn't get found guilty. But at the same time, y'all, we got to use context clues. Yeah, we got to use context clues. Like, context clues. Like, even though he didn't get found guilty, you got to use the context clues and know that Aaliyah, that stuff, we know that Aaliyah stuff happened. We know it. I mean, we know that happened to her. And so the fact that this whole Pete thing happened, it's just like, oh my goodness, this man might have done something.
So but that's the point. He might have. He's just been accused. He might have. We don't know for sure. None of the victims have been, out politicking for his career to end. So my point was, like, are you going to stop buying his albums? Are you going to throw his albums away? Are you going to burn all of the classic hits? What is the end game to, muting R. Kelly?
Well, but I've been muted him, Michelle.
Oh,
because my mama was a fan. Yeah, my mama was a fan. She used to actually put his video, not his video. She had the whole Trapped in the Closet. They had like a video thing for Trapped in the Closet. She had it. Like, she had all his CDs, all that. But as an adult,
I'm an adult now. And as an adult, I don't support him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know for sure what happened, but I do know that Aaliyah was a young girl. That's what I know. And that's all I can go by. And so I don't buy a CD. I don't go to a performance. I don't, support like that.
But like I said to Josh, like, because you don't do any of that, you boycotting him is not going to have any bearing on his earnings potential because you weren't supporting him in the first place. So I'm just trying to figure out what's next.
Well, no. And I don't even want to take from that man's money. I don't want to take from his money. I'm a person who stands in what I believe in. But yeah, I don't. And I get what some of the people that called in said, some of the callers. Somebody said 2 minutes. I ain't even been on here 2 minutes, y'all.
But J-Dun, you good, child. You good. But yeah, you going back to see Kaya anytime soon? What did you think of her last gag order?
I loved it. I made a review about that. Okay. I loved it. Like, her production quality was on point, Michelle. It was on point. Like, and then the commercials and stuff that she had on there, it was great to me. And I definitely want to, come back. Like, it's a new month, Michelle, so I got to pay my bills first. But once I pay my bills and then I have some extra money, I'm going to try to come back. Okay. And then that way I could see you and Josh and everybody again.
Yes. It's fine. I go for the shrimp. That's what they say about me on the internet. I'm just there eating shrimp. So anyway.
Right, but I ain't see you eating our nan shrimp. They be talking crazy. I can't stand these people. Like,
no,
I like the good
I
ones,
ordered the
but
shrimp
not the
now.
bad one.
I did order the shrimp.
I
appreciate
so
you,
that
Jay.
was my.
No, go ahead.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, I was just saying that was my take on it. And as far as them not dragging everybody else, y'all, like as far as Stephen Collins, because I don't watch Seven Heaven. I don't eat Chick-fil-A. They don't like gay people. I ain't been to Florida. They let Case Anthony go. They let George Zimmerman go. Like, I just do these types of things. Like, if I feel like you did something, then I'm not about to do it with you. And I'm just not going to support. That's all.
Okay. I appreciate your call and your input, J-Dun. And I will see you soon. And go check out J-Dun's channel, y'all. Thanks, girl. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Caller 7850.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi.
This is Robert from Twitter.
Hi,
you
Robert.
Don't remember me, but we DM'd a few times before.
Okay. Where are you from?
Well, I live in Virginia now, but I emailed you around 2012 when I was in grad school about Trayvon Martin.
Okay.
Does that kind of ring a bell? But anyways, I'm nervous because I admire your hustle. So I'm like, oh my God, and I'm bored and I'm working. And I was like, well, let me call in. And I did send you a DM to let you know that I was calling in. But I just wanted to say I love your hustle. I read your website and I'm addicted to your lives.
Oh,
my friends are now like trying to stage an intervention because I'm like, yo, I need to get home. Michelle is going to be on a live. So,
thank you. I appreciate you tuning in because, I was real hesitant about the lives. I don't like the lives, but now I'm cool with it. So I appreciate you, Robert. I'm about to go into the DMs now.
Yeah, it's I'm almost scared to give my Twitter name, but I will.
Child, yes, Robert, yes. I know you for years, honey.
So I love you.
We got a stream of DMs in here.
Every night and yeah, so I'm glad I don't go in the comments because some people are a little messy and I don't want to be roasted. Yeah. So I just watch and
get my life. How long I've been roasted. You better get in there and get roasted and go and get burned and get you some thick skin because the only thing, they just people on the internet. They can say anything about you. They can say you smell some kind of way. They can say all kind of things. They don't make it true. So go on in there and get roasted. That's the fun part. Roasting back.
So yeah, but no, like I wish you all the best and you have a supporter for life. So,
thank you so
for
much.
Everything you do.
Oh, I appreciate you, Robert. Right. Thank you so much for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was the best last caller ever. I could have set that up myself, Robert. That was so nice. We have been like Twitter friends, Twitter followers for like years. And I'm like looking at the DMs. As soon as I didn't recognize his name, of course, I never heard his voice before. And I'm like looking at the DMs like, oh my God, it's Robert. Anyway, I love it. I love it. I love it. You did not DM me, Joshua, especially on the Instagram. This is on Twitter. I check my Twitter DMs. Instagram, it'd be too much going on in Instagram. Y'all be sending pictures of stuff I don't want to see. Oh my gosh. But I do come through and I say, hey, though. I do have to look like this. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. The topic, again, was R. Kelly. I wasn't too sure about the topic because I knew it was going to go left or right or whatever. But since I wrote about it earlier this week, I thought I would talk about it. I am kind of iffy on, you know, what we gonna do with these old R. Kelly CDs. Now, moving forward, I don't know, but what about all these old ones? And, you know, I got the real CDs, so you know how old I am. What we gonna do with them? I guess I can go ahead and burn them, though, because I do have the MP3 on my phone and stuff. So, but anyway, you guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Somebody said it did go awry. Like this video anyway. Subscribe to my channel. We'll think of something else to talk about tomorrow. Hell, why not just send me a topic or something? Oh yeah, I got to do a story time video. The caller yesterday wanted me to do a story time video about my days at the Georgia Lottery in corporate America and stuff. Y'all talking about my face. That's okay. I'm going to bed in a few minutes and I'm going to put my mask on before I go to bed. I'm going to do all of that and I'm going to exfoliate. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, signup.mbmasterclass.com. We also have a new Facebook group for the site, group.straightfromtha.com. Nobody's in it yet but me and Zills, but Zills made it, so he told me to talk about it. And we also, I think we're doing the, what did he say? The A Squad? A Squad. I don't know. Zills, there it is, asquad.straightfromtha.com. That's the group. So, I mean, if you want to go in there, I might spill some tea in there sometimes. Who knows? But if you're bored, you want to be in the little group and we're going to talk about stuff, give me some topics. Because, again, I don't always see the DMs, but I do go in there eventually. So I'm always on Straight From A. Like I told y'all before, that's where I live, straightfromtha.com. That's where I work. I'm there from 9 to 5 and 10 to 6. So I will see y'all later. Good night. Thank you again.